In this video, I'm going to show you how I would start making music with no studio and no money. But I'm also going to show you a trick to get Ableton, a fantastic digital audio workstation, which is what we use to make music, for $10. And I'm going to show you the best microphone that I have found for $60. To end it all off, I'm going to share the 3 best budget tips I've found over 12 years of recording and producing music to get the best sound possible. By the way, my name is Luca. I'm a music production instructor. I have hundreds of students all over the country who I've taught to record and produce their own music. So how would I start making music in 2026 with absolutely no money and no studio? I'm going to break it down into 3 budgets: $400, $70, and absolutely nothing, $0. Let's start with $400. And this is one of the best entry-level kits that you can get to get into music production. This is the Scarlett Solo kit. You can find them much cheaper secondhand as well, but in Australia, they seem to go for around $400 on sale. So what actually makes this the best option at $400? You get the interface. This means you can plug instruments and microphones straight into your computer and record them properly. The Scarlett interface is known as a pretty good piece of kit. It's also what I recommend to all my students at this budget. But you also get a microphone and headphones. They're pretty good quality and they will get you started. On top of all that, it also comes with a copy of Ableton Lite, so you have everything you need to start recording and producing from day one. Moving on, we have $70. This is tight, but we have some budget, so this might be the most important tip of the whole video. If I had $70, the first thing I would do is buy Ableton Lite. You can't actually buy Ableton Lite, but there's a bit of a trick that you can work around that. So how do we do it? You can buy Ableton Note on your iPhone. This is a fun app by itself, but it's not actually the main reason that we want to buy the app. Once you have it installed, you can open up, go into settings, and redeem your copy of Ableton Lite. Yes, you heard me, it's that simple. You can get Ableton Lite professional software for $10. It's actually insane. Now that I have Ableton, the next thing I would buy is a microphone. There are plenty of budget mics around, but I found one that I love so much, I bought 3 of them. These are the Fifine K688. Don't get me wrong, this is not a pro microphone at all, but you can get awesome sounds from it. I've recorded most things you can think of, like saxophones, guitars, vocals, and I'm even using it right now. Although, if you do have a bit more to spend, I'd recommend the Shure SM57. This combo of microphone and software means you can start recording and producing straight away. There are some limitations, although they're not too bad. If you're recording electric guitar, you're going to need to record it through an amp and put the microphone onto it. You can't actually plug instruments straight into your computer. The only thing we have to record is a microphone. Overall, this is a great combo. Now, what would I do if I had absolutely nothing to spend, but wanted to start making music straight away? The only things we need to get going is software and something to record ourselves. So let's talk about software. If you have a Windows computer, Cakewalk is a pretty standard option. And for Apple computers, it's GarageBand. These are great to get started. Eventually, you're probably going to reach a point where you want more features and more functionality, so you're going to get something else anyway. If you have the $10, I strongly recommend getting Ableton Lite. If you are stretched for budget, get one of these free ones and it will be a great start. Otherwise, pretty much every program has a 30-day free trial. That means you can download it, play around with it. You can even try a few different programs and see which one actually feels intuitive and which one you like. Once you've made that decision, you can buy the software. In saying that, if you do want to see a tutorial for one of the free options, let me know in the comments and I'll make it. Now we have software, we need something to record ourselves. Lucky for us, most of us have it in our pocket. Phones actually have really good microphones. You can totally make awesome songs just with your phone. All you need to do is open up your voice memos, record what you want to record, and then you can just email it over to your computer. If you have an iPhone, you might need to change the format. You can do that with totally free websites. Just change it to MP3 and you're good to go. So that is exactly how I would start making music in 2026 with 0 budget. Now, here's 3 tips that I've learned over the years that will help you make professional sounding music. 1, you want the sound going into your computer to be as good as possible. For example, spend as much time as you can experimenting with microphone positions and angles, just so you can get the best sound possible going in. 2, make your space as acoustically dead as you can. You can use towels, blankets, pillows, carpet, anything to make the room a bit more dead. This alone will increase the quality of your recording dramatically. The panels you see behind me I made with a bit of timber and some carpet underlay, and then I just stretched some fabric over the top. They look nice and they make the room sound super dead. Number 3, Everything should be sounding as good as possible at the earliest stage. What do I actually mean by that? This means make the recording as best as you can before you mix it. Then make the mix as best as you can before you master it. If you're trying to fix a problem in the master that you should have fixed in the recording, it's just not a good practice and you're not going to get the best result. If you do notice yourself doing something like that, go back to where the problem is and fix it. If you have to re-record something a few times, that's totally okay. You probably won't get the best recording first try. Just try again and learn to enjoy the process. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to learn to record and produce your own music this year. And if you have any videos that you want to see, just let me know in the comments and I'll make them.